They cloudy? Because it didn't look loud when it came up.
I think when I came up, it was like 3 or 4.
Angela, do you have any lipstick?
Yep.
I haven't gone flat.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, is that on? Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. How's that in the back?
There.
Yes. So Jennie and Richard are thrilled that you're here for a real Colorado wedding. And we're going to get started soon, but first, a request from them. They want you to be fully present here for this wedding. So they want you to trust Aaron, our photographer, and also Angela, who's going to be streaming live for some folks that couldn't make it to the wedding. So please, no camera or cell phones until after the recessional, and then you can click away to your heart's desire. Because this is just never going to happen again. So please be here completely. So will you do that? You agree? You ready to see Jennie and Richard? Yes. Friends, on behalf of Jennie and Richard, we all welcome you to this special moment in their lives when two people gather together with their families and their friends to participate in a wedding ceremony. It is to celebrate what in fact has already occurred. Emotionally, they have been married before today, but they are here now to publicly declare the love already present and guiding their relationship into the future. This public declaration is neither an end nor a beginning, but rather a time of momentary pause before continuing and changing and growing over the months and the years to come. It is fitting and appropriate that you, the families and the friends of Jennie and Richard, are here to witness and participate in their wedding. For the ideals, the understanding, and the mutual respect which they bring to this marriage have their roots in love and friendship and guidance given by you. Marriage makes us aware of the changes wrought by time, but the new relationship will continue to draw much of its beauty and meaning from the intimate associations of the past. So let us celebrate the now and the future of their love. Jennie and Richard, of all the men and women you know, you have chosen each other. Knowing what you know of each other and trusting in what you do not yet know, are you now ready to marry?
Yeah.
Jennie's parents, Kim and David Payne, and Richard's parents, Nancy and Tom Melito, will you please stand? As our sons and daughters find partners and establish the homes of the next generation, each family is enlarged. Do you have nurtured these two? Do you bestow your blessings upon this wedding?
We do.
Yes. In the act of marriage, the fabric of two families becomes interwoven. The resulting tapestry draws in the richness of the traditions and the memories and the relationships that have been nurtured for years. Jennie and Richard lovingly recognize and thank their families and their friends for their blessing, their love, and their acceptance.
The Master Speed by Frost. No speed of wind or water rushing by, but you can have speed far greater. You can climb back up a stream of radiance to the sky and back through history up the stream of time. And you were given this swiftness not for haste, nor chiefly that you may go where you will, but in the rush of everything to waste, that you may have the power of standing still. Off any still or moving thing you say, two such as you, with such a master speed, cannot be parted nor swept away from one another, once you are agreed that life is only life forevermore, together wing to wing and oar to oar.
A reading by Anne Morrow Lindbergh from Gift from the Sea. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time, in exactly the same way, from moment to moment. It is an impossibility. It is even a lie to pretend to. And yet this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in terror its ebb. We are afraid it will never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life as in love is in growth, in fluidity, in freedom, in the sense that the dancers are free, barely touching as they pass, with partners in the same pattern. The only real security is not in owning or possessing, not in demanding or expecting, not in hoping even. Security in a relationship lies neither in looking back to what it was in nostalgia, nor forward to what it might be in dread or anticipation, but living in the present relationship and accepting it as it is now. One must accept the security of the winged life, of the ebb and flow of intermittency.
Jennie and Richard, in marrying each other this day, we turn to each other in search of a greater fulfillment than either of you can achieve alone. You are making a commitment to life, to the best two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal. It is a physical, emotional, and spiritual joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses some of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend and confidant and lover and teacher, listener, and critic. There may come times when one of you is heartbroken or ill, such that the love of the other will resemble the caring of a parent for a child. Marriage can deepen and enrich every facet of life. Happiness can be fuller, memories fresher, commitment stronger, even anger can be felt more keenly and can pass away more quickly. A marriage that endures can understand and forgive the mistakes that life is unable to avoid. In marriage, two persons turn to each other in search of a greater fulfillment. Marriage is a going forth, it is a bold step into the future, a risking what we are for the sake of what we can be. Only in giving of oneself and sharing with another can the mysterious process of growth take place. Only in loyalty and devotion bestowed upon each other can that which is eternal in life emerge and be known. In this ceremony, we celebrate this love come to life for you two. May this love grow strong and sure and true. We rejoice in its presence among us. May you two create a marriage that encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, new ways of expressing your love for each other throughout all the seasons of life. In pledging to love and care for each other, you are creating a unique commitment that will bind you closer than any spoken or these written words can do. That marriage is a promise made in the heart that takes a lifetime to keep. Now, you two will move forward, and Nancy will come. Jennie and Richard, the promises made today and the ties that are bound here greatly strengthen your union and will cross the years and lives each soul's growth. Do you seek to enter this ceremony? And you two say yes. This cord symbolizes the desire of unity, to walk at the same pace toward one direction. The union of life and spirit are joined in love and trust, passion and strength, truth and devotion. It is an expression of love and commitment with two individual ends that are tied together into an infinity symbol. Your lives are now bound together. The vows that Jennie and Richard now exchange give voice and form to their commitment to each other. May their covenant endure.
I, Richard, take you, Jennie, to be no other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you, trusting what I don't yet know.
Loving what I know of you, trusting what I don't yet know.
With respect for your integrity and faith in abiding love.
With respect for your integrity and faith in your abiding love for me.
Through all our years and in all that life brings us.
Through all our years and in all that life may bring us.
I embrace you as my companion.
I embrace you as my companion.
I pledge to you my honor, my faith,
I pledge to you my honor, my faith, and my love.
I, Jennie, take you, Richard.
I, Jennie, take you, Richard,
To be no other than yourself.
to be no other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you and trusting what I don't know.
Loving what I know of you and trusting what I don't yet know.
With respect for your integrity and faith in your life.
With respect for your integrity and faith for your abiding love in me.
Through all our years and in all that life may bring us.
Through all our years and all that life may bring us.
I embrace you as my companion.
I embrace you as my companion.
I pledge to you my honor, my faith,
I pledge to you my honor, my faith, and my love.
and how you put your hands up. Yes. Parted now in fact, may you never be parted in spirit of heart. What symbols do you offer that you will fulfill these vows? Not as a bond, but as a pledge. Hold on. May these rings encircle your fingers as your love encircles each other. May these rings be forever symbolic of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings remind you always of the vows you have made here today. So Richard, your pledge to Jennie.
With this ring, I, the thee wed, and join my life with yours.
With this ring, I thee wed, and join my life with yours.
May the love which has brought you together continue to grow and enrich your lives. Bring peace and inspiration to each of you and to those who know you. May you meet with courage the problems that arise to challenge you. May you meet with strength the troubles that beset you. May your marriage be one of ever-growing depth and meaning and perfection because of the sympathy and the understanding and the love which you give to one another in this life you share. Jennie and Richard, by virtue of this day, this beautiful gathering, this ritual, and the words spoken in celebration of your relationship, I now pronounce you married. With abiding confidence and affection, this gathered crowd sends you forth upon your journey of life together, to laugh for joy, to suffer for pain, to seek, to serve, to find. So be it. So may you carry love forward, and may love carry you forward. And you may now kiss. I'm so happy to present for the first time as a married couple, Jennie and Richard.